guys, welcome back to Dimitra's Dishes. So today I'm going to teach you how to make Avgolemono soup or lemony chicken soup. It's lemony chicken soup with Orzo. Traditionally, you can use Orzo or rice. I'm using Orzo today. It's heartwarming. It's what Greeks know. Greeks call it the penicillin of the soup world. It's like when somebody's sick, mom or yaya or somebody busts out the pot and makes a big, nice pot of lemony chicken soup. And then soon after, you're better because of all the lemons and all the energy that you get from it. It's delicious, it's heartwarming, it's perfect for this time of year. It's really cold outside, so this will make a big pot and it'll definitely warm you up and make you feel so good. So now what I have over here in my pot, I have about 14 cups of homemade chicken stock. Now I have done a video on this before, so just make sure you check it out. I'm going to put the link in the card section and in the description box down below. I have it warming up, and to this I'm going to add some chicken that I've already boiled. You can use rotisserie chicken, whatever you want. If you're making the stock, take that chicken out and add it to your soup. Now you can add as little or as much chicken as you want in this. I like a medium amount because there's also going to be Orzo in it, and I don't want the soup to be too crowded, if that makes sense. What's a medium amount, you might ask? About a cup of shredded chicken is what I like in here. But you're making it for your family, so whatever you like, you do that. It's the best part of homemade cooking. Now while that's coming to a boil, I'm going to get the egg lemon sauce ready. Now, egg lemon sauce is used in lots of Greek recipes. What we have here, we have 8 egg yolks. We have fresh lemons. Never use the lemon juice that comes in the bottle or in the container. That stuff is just good for cleaning, my friends. It takes 2 seconds to juice fresh lemons, and the flavor you can't get in that like prepackaged stuff. I have 3/4 of a cup of Orzo that has not been boiled. You can use rice if you want to substitute the Orzo. I have some cornstarch, salt, a little bit of dried dill, and a little bit of olive oil. That's all you need, nothing else. So I'm going to begin by slicing my lemons, and then I'm going to juice them. We need between 1/2 and 3/4 of a cup. I like my soup very lemony. If you like it not as lemony, start with about 1/3 of a cup, and you can always add more after you make the soup. And some lemons are really much stronger than others, so start with a little bit and you can just add more if you want to afterwards. Okay, so once the soup comes to a boil, the broth, which is the stock and the chicken in there, we're going to add the Orzo with just a teaspoon of salt. And we'll check the seasoning later on. I'm going to give it a nice mix. And then I'm just going to let this cook for about 6 to 7 minutes on a high flame. And the Orzo will be al dente. I don't want to overcook it because then it will become mushy. So 6 to 7 minutes is just the right amount of time, because then when we add the Avgolemono sauce, it's going to cook a little bit more. So while that's going, I'm going to add my lemon juice to my egg yolks, and these are just egg yolks. I take out the whites, and I'm going to save the whites for like a frittata in the morning, or scrambled eggs, or even meringue. I'm going to begin with 1/2 cup of lemon juice, and I'll mix it into my egg yolks. And then some cornstarch. I like to add a little bit of extra cornstarch. I feel like the Orzo thickens it a bit, and so do the yolks, but I like it just a little bit more thicker or creamier. And then I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil and some dill. You can use fresh dill. If you don't like dill, you can use dried oregano, parsley if you wanted to. You could just do fresh parsley in the end. Whatever you want. I just love the delicateness of dill, so I just add dill to this. If you were to add pepper to this soup, I recommend adding white pepper, just so that way there aren't too many things. The soup doesn't begin to look kind of like dirty. It's ready. As soon as the Orzo is done cooking for like 6 minutes, then we're going to temper this liquid right here, which means we're just going to bring the temperature up. I'm going to add a little bit of the stock, the hot stock, to this, so that way this doesn't turn into scrambled egg in your soup. You definitely don't want that. Okay, so the orzo has boiled in the soup for 6 minutes. I'm just going to take some of this hot liquid and put it into my egg lemon mixture right here, and that's going to help it come up to temperature so that way it doesn't scramble when you add it back into the pot. Because this is supposed to make the soup creamy, not scrambly. That should be good enough. I'm going to add it back in here, and then we're just going to cook it for a few more minutes, stirring it until it's nice and thick. The soup is going to have a beautiful body, and it's going to be really creamy and so comforting and delicious. That should take about 3-4 minutes or so. Okay, so now the soup has been cooking right after I added my egg lemon sauce for about 3-4 minutes. It's thickened a little bit more, and it will continue to thicken as the orzo softens up, so I wouldn't add more cornstarch or more egg yolks. This is just the perfect amount. Now I'm going to taste it and see if it needs any more salt or lemon juice. That's so delicious. I'm going to add a little bit more lemon juice, which I started with a 1/2 cup. I'm just going to add about a 1/4 cup more and take it to the 3/4 cup that I'm used to. I like it extra lemony, but like I said, start off with a little bit and then move up if you want. Now this is completely done. So delicious. Some people like to add carrots to this, but I just like it just the way it is. Put in a nice big bowl. Has just the right amount of chicken, just the right amount of orzo. I've toasted some bread to go with this. At the restaurant, we serve this with our homemade pita chips, and I like to crumble them in there. So if you want to make yourself some pita chips, just brush some olive oil and salt and spices on some cut up pita and bake it until they're nice and crispy at like 350, and that will be delicious with this. But this, my friends, garnished with a little slice of lemon. It shouldn't sink in. I think it should be a little lighter. And then I'll put a little drizzle of really good quality olive oil. And just like that, you have a delicious, heartwarming meal that's good enough to serve any time of the year, but especially around this time when it's really nice and cold. The recipe, as always, the link will be in the description box down below. Takes you directly to the website, www.dimitrasdishes.com. You'll get this recipe, lots of other soup recipes, and many other delicious recipes on there. So check it out. Let me know in the comment section what you think, what you want to learn how to make next. Thank you for spending time with me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.